Hello, welcome to Sault Ste. Marie.
Very cold, Sault Ste. Marie.
Yeah, it's cold, yes.
Yeah. So Ecstasy has taken a while to come around. We've been really excited to hear about this project and that you were involved with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of independent film, it takes a while to get made, you know.
Right.
Like films, even like The Fine Scotsman that I did, that had been around for years.
Really?
Johnny Lee Miller, who did that, told me he'd been on that for like 8 years or something.
Wow.
But I only heard about it, you know, 2 months before I started filming.
Yeah, yeah.
So sometimes you're, you know, connected to a film for the whole time, or sometimes you come in at the end. Or
Well, it's good that you could stay attached with this one.
yeah, it's nice that it worked out, you know, because a lot of the time it doesn't, because you're attached to it, and then when it comes to filming it, you're doing something else.
That's right.
You know.
Are you still Woodsy in this? Is that
Yeah,
your character? Okay.
Woodsy.
Okay. Tell me about your character. I don't know much about him.
Ecstasy is a book that Irving Welsh wrote, and it's 3 short stories.
Right.
And the story that these characters are involved in is the last one, and it's kind of about ecstasy in different forms, you know. So there's the drug ecstasy that a lot of the people are taking because it's a sort of club culture, and that's what people were doing in the sort of early 90s. And but it's also how you can find ecstasy in different ways of life. Like Lloyd, he finds it through love, and Woodsy, he's trying to find it through spirituality or religion or God, or because during a sort of drug trip he thinks he sees God.
Oh.
So then from then on he's sort of trying to figure out what is God, you know.
Right, right.
So that's his sort of story in it.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Mm.
Wow. So it's a more serious role for you?
Well, in the way that, you know, Irving Welsh is serious, but he's not, because he writes very much about the world that he knows, which is Edinburgh, sort of, you know, sort of underworld. So in that way it's very real, but he puts a lot of humour in it as well, you know. His characters, even if you think of like Trainspotting, a lot of the characters have got a lot of humour, even though their life's very dark. And even, you know, Acid House, his other film, it's got a lot of humour in it, you know.
You kind of have to when it's kind of a serious subject. You kind of have to lighten it up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, and people do in life, you know.
Right.
Even when things are really bad, people find ways of laughing.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're doing a funeral scene today, as you know, because you're in it.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of people say they have the best laughs at funerals. You know, because you're really sad, obviously, you've lost this person, but then you start talking about their lives, don't you? And you say, oh, remember that time that, you know. So, I think it's nice to try and find joy or something, some sort of happiness everywhere.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So you've been in North America quite a bit the last couple of years or so. Have you traveled around or saw any cool sights or done anything like not related to work?
Yeah, I loved it. I was just speaking to the vicar or priest or whatever in this church, and he was talking about Canada, you know, and asked if I'd been here, and I said, yeah, I've been here a few times now. And I said, Nova Scotia. Oh yeah. Which I loved.
It was
for Moby Dick. Yeah. And I had about 3 or 4 days off in the middle of filming, and they said, you know, do you want to go to Halifax and hang out there? I thought, yeah. And it was a great city, and I really love Nova Scotia. Oh. So I was really glad I got to see that.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to do any? I know you were in LA quite a bit last year. Are you going to do that again this year?
We'll see how things go, you know. I think we probably spent more time over there this year. For a few reasons. One being that Jack's getting to school age. Right. So when Jack's at school, we won't be able to do such extended trips, you know. So that was one reason, and then just the way work worked out, that we ended up spending more time in LA last year. So. Yeah. You know, we like to split it, and it's always nice to go and see Dom and Elijah.
I'm sure, So, surfing over there.
Yeah, Jack's got his own surfboard.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Is that old now?
I know, it's crazy.
Oh my god. Are there any other projects that are coming up that other than this one that I don't know about?
No, you normally know about them before me. So no, no. There's a few things. There's a few things we're talking about. Yeah, we'll just see what comes next.
Yeah, we're watching.
Yeah. It's always nice. It's always a nice time when you don't have the next one.
Yeah, all the time
booked,
off.
you know, and just it's kind of exciting just reading scripts and that.
So we had this tax incentive in Michigan for films. We've been doing a lot of films in there.
Yeah.
I've been getting involved in that a little bit. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh, good.
And I've been, you know, starting out as an extra, then I had a little speaking parts and doing some independent, some student films. And so I was wondering, are there any little films of yours out there that have not come to the surface yet? Have you done any little student films or independent films that we don't know about yet?
Don't think so. I think probably everything's there.
I found that Postman one that you did when you were the postman.
Oh, with Robert Kavanagh?
Oh God, that was great.
Oh, that was funny.
That was adorable.
You know where that came from, that character?
No.
Me and Robert were doing a play together called Kill the Old, Torture the Young.
Oh, right.
Great play, I thought. But in the wings, one of the costumes I had was like a tight t-shirt.
Yeah.
So in the wings, to make Robert laugh before it went on, I used to do this bodybuilder, you know, who could kind of, you know, see the audience. So I used to go, and all this kind of stuff. And it used to make him laugh, so he wrote it into this short film that he
I
was
like the picking up the little trees
Yeah.
on the porch.
Just, you know, nonsense.
Yeah. I'm trying to ask original questions here, but I got to ask you about your Endowm's film. I mean, people are dying to see that. That could never happen.
He just left a message there, not about the film, he was just saying hello.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of these things that I don't think either of us are, you know, the sort of people like Rob who makes this, who's making this film.
Right.
You know, to have that kind of push and motivation.
That's a problem,
you know.
Huh? What can I do to help? I'll do whatever. You want me to type something up?
But we're so like, the years just kind of go by. You know?
I know.
It's not like we don't want to do it. There is actually, from the story, from what you know, there is new writers involved now.
Okay.
Still the same producer. So who knows? Maybe next year.
All right, I'll be an extra in it.
Definitely.
All right, let's see what else I have here. Oh, when you were doing Sunshine on a Leaf, you could see little bits of it in your blogs and everything, and that was so cool that you did that. We really appreciate that. It just looked like you were just having the time of your life being back on stage again.
I really was. I'm so glad I did it. And it was a great cast, and
Yeah.
the tour was so much fun.
Yeah, I heard so many good things about it.
It was a riot. We had such a laugh. And just, I was so glad it was a tour as well. We got to kind of see all these places.
Yeah, go to Ireland and everything. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I made a movie in Ireland. There's something you've not seen.
What's it called?
When we were in Ireland, the main girl in it, Zoe Rainey, lovely actress. She was Irish. So when we went to Belfast, she says, I need to show you guys around, you know. So she booked a minibus and took us to the sights of Belfast.
Oh, wow.
One of which was the Giant's Causeway. So we were on this bus, and we're like, what's the Giant's Causeway? I knew what it was, you know, I'd seen pictures of it. It's this amazing rock structure.
Okay.
And it's volcanic, and it looks like hexagons. It's an amazing, beautiful thing. And there's one in Scotland as well.
Okay.
So I looked up on the iPhone, kind of, on the way over there, what's the folk story, because there's always a folk story of how it came. And the folk story is there was two giants, an Irish giant and a Scottish giant, who wanted to have a show of strength to see who was stronger.
Right.
So, but they couldn't get to each other, because one was in Scotland, one was in Ireland. So the Irish one, Finn, says, I'll build a causeway across the sea, and you can come over, and we'll have this show of strength. So he's building the causeway, but he gets tired and falls asleep. And the Irish one, the Scottish one, comes across the causeway. So the Irish one's wife is like, oh no, Finn's asleep. The Scottish one will come and batter him. So she covers him in a cover. And when the Scottish giant arrives, she says, oh, shh, shh, my baby's sleeping. And he's like, what? that's the baby. That's you and Finn's baby. That's the baby. Which size is he? So he runs back to Scotland and destroys the Causeway. So I decided to make a film of this.
Oh my gosh.
On while we were there. So I made a film on the iPhone and edited it over the next couple of weeks. And I showed it on stage. We had a huge screen. So I showed it one night and we all had drinks, we all had wine and food and all that. So.
Oh, okay, so are we going to get to see it?
Maybe, alright, maybe.
You got to show it to us.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun.
Alright, if you had to choose for the next year to do one thing, it was acting for a year,
right?
touring with B-Cake for a year,
right?
Or being on stage again for a year, what would you choose?
Living with Lee for a year.
Well, we all want that.
You're welcome.
Right?
You're welcome. You come anytime. I'll put you up.
God, it's so difficult. As long as I could have the next 2 years doing the other one.
That's true, okay.
Then I'll do that.
Alright.
A year each.
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
I'll do the first year with B-Cake.
Yeah.
Get them out of the way.
Speaking of B-Cake, what's going on with B-Cake? Anything new?
Yeah, we've almost written a new album.
Oh, are you kidding?
Oh yeah, brand new stuff.
Wow, how have you managed that? You've not been around much.
While I was on tour,
yeah.
I took my guitar, so I was writing quite a lot.
Oh, that's cool.
And sending it back to BJ. And BJ was putting stuff to it. And
I heard he was pretty tough with the
send
guys.
it back. So yeah, so he's been getting the guys organised. So while I was on tour, we've been writing on it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. So that's really exciting. So what we want to do is record that and go out and tour it pretty much as soon as possible.
Another US tour?
Maybe.
Detroit?
Why not?
Okay.
Okay, you book it for us.
Oh, well, hell yes.
Okay, done.
No problem. What's your favorite B-Cake song that you sing right now? I mean, of the ones that we know of.
Oh, that you know
Yeah,
of?
what's your favorite?
I don't really have a favourite. Just now we haven't actually played live together for quite a while. I was really enjoying playing, I like Ball of Earth because it's so kind of up and down and all over, you know.
Yeah.
So that's kind of always fun, because you never know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's much more rocky than you thought it was going to be, and so that's kind of fun when we do.
Cool. Yeah.
So your last question.
Okay. Last question.
Ah!
Alright, Christmas.
He wants a space rocket.
Yeah?
I don't know if he wants a real one or a toy, but no, he's great. He's really kind of enjoying it this year. And
Oh, that.
yeah, he's great fun.
What about you? What do you want?
Yeah, I want for Christmas world peace, right?
Yeah, of course.
and just some DVDs.
Yeah?
Yeah, or watch some movies.
Yeah. Time to relax. And
Right. Yeah, just some time on the sofa watching movies.
That tour must have really been tough on you. I don't know how you managed it.
Yeah, it was full on. It really was.
Oh my gosh.
But it was so much fun, you know. There wasn't a show that everybody didn't give 100%, you know. They were a great cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Elaine said you guys were damn brilliant, the whole cast.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she thoroughly enjoyed it.
Ah, great. We loved it. We loved
It
doing
looked
it.
like it, yeah.
Well, we'll do it again.
Yeah, cool. Come do it.
Maybe we'll come to America with it.
Please. Yeah, I was hoping it would, or at least a DVD or something so we could see it.
Well, I think there's been some talk, so we'll see.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, it'd be fun, eh?
Cool. Is that it? Okay. I got
Any
more.
gigs? Doing acting. He's acting next door.
Ooh. Thank you.
Great.
Appreciate it.
Great to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Hey.
Thank you. Appreciate it so much.
That's
Taking the
all.
time out of